into what I have to say. So let me set the scene here. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is I'm not Paul Heyman. Grab a seat, mute your notifications for a little bit. Listen up, I've got something to say, and I'm not holding back. See, for far too long, I've kind of played Switzerland. I kind of played it nice. Like, if you wanted to watch WWE, that's cool. If you don't want to watch AEW, then whatever, I'll try to convert you, but I've just played it nice. But I think I'm done catering to these WWE fans, because I swear to the Lord, some of the dumbest stuff gets said on social media, and it really came to fruition today when, like you said, there are people that are saying the optics of All In being, 20-something thousand to an 1,100 seat arena. They've planned this arena for months that they were having this. This was not like, oh, Tony Khan dropped the ball. But yet, if they ran Allstate, or I don't think it's called Allstate Arena anymore. Is it? It is Allstate Arena, not State Farm. If they ran Allstate Arena and they ran 9,000 in a 15 or 16,000 seat arena, they're all going to be like, look at all those empty seats. Look at all of those tarps that they have to pull out. Oh my God, AEW can't sell out this arena, but they sell out an 1,100 seat arena, and the optics are bad. So I'm done. I'm done catering to these WWE fans. I'm done pretending that their product holds a candle to what AEW is doing. I can't play politician or diplomat anymore. I'm not here to rock the boat or keep the waters calm. I'm here to sink the fucking ship. And I'll do it with a smile on my face. Let me set one thing straight. I'm AEW through and through. This isn't just like something that is just entertainment at this point. Like, AEW came in at a place to where I almost was done watching pro wrestling because of how bad WWE was. I was done. I was going to stop watching wrestling forever. And AEW came in at a time that really saved me from to watching this passion of mine that I've been a fan of for my entire life, basically. And AEW has made it what it was. So when people are like, well, why does AEW fans have to defend Tony Khan or have to defend the company well, it's because we're a part of building this from the ground up. See, WWE fans don't have any skin in the game because they didn't have to watch WWE start from a low company and take over the territories. They just get to be benefactors of the hard work that was put on by these people. We have been a part of this revolution of building AEW. And so AEW to these hardcore wrestling fans is more than just a wrestling company. It is a movement. It is rebellion against mediocrity, against this complacent style that WWE likes to put out, where they recycle storylines and they water down matches and they cut Bill Goldberg's retirement speech off 30 seconds into the. I would be willing to bet if Bill Goldberg didn't wrestle for WCW for the majority of his career, his entire speech would have been shown. But I'll digress there. I'm tired of biting my tongue when people tell me that WWE is the gold standard of pro wrestling. I'm not buying it anymore. But see, listen, WWE fans, like, I get it. I know you're out there. I know you're clinging to like the nostalgia of what WWE used to be. I see you chanting for the same old names. I see you chanting while the machine just churns out predictable pay-per-views and scripted promos that sounded like they were just written by some AI algorithm at this point. Look, you're free to watch whatever the hell you want. Nobody's stopping you from watching it. Keep your Peacock subscriptions. Keep your Monday nights. Keep all of that. But don't expect me to keep pretending that what you're watching is on the same level as what AEW is building. The truth is this: AEW is hotter and more alive than anything WWE has put out, and I would say at least a decade. Like, I think the last really great feud that WWE put out was CM Punk and John Cena And the early 2000s, 2010s, like not the one that they just did, but the first time was the best thing that they put on in quite some time. Where like even I, which wasn't super big in wrestling at that point, knew about Cena and Punk. Like it was pop culture at that point. Nobody knows who the fuck the Bloodline is outside of the wrestling sphere. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And so WWE is not as hot as people think. Listen, AEW isn't afraid to take risk. They don't sanitize the product. They don't treat the fans like they're too dumb to understand a storyline deeper than a hero versus villain round 47. They give you wrestling that feels real, that hits you in the gut, that keeps you up arguing with your best friends about who's turning heel. The matches, the stories that AEW is telling, they're not just stories, they're war. They're real. What we felt between Adam Hangman Page and Jon Moxley on Saturday night wasn't just like the climax of some Marvel movie. It was real. There were real emotions being emoted by the people watching the show. Real tears were shed because Hangman won. Real excitement because we no longer had to deal with the Death Riders in the main event of every show for the like we had since October. The fans are not just props in the background. The fans are part of the show in AEW. And so from the very beginning, AEW is not just delivering assembly line entertainment, they're delivering art. You see, on the other hand, though, WWE, they don't feel like they have to. They're just coasting. They're banking on this loyalty of the brand. They're banking on this legacy, which is why they have to bring back all of these old folks to get the people to stay and to get the people to watch. They'll trot out the same legends, recycle the same feuds, shove down those part-timers into the main event, while the rest of their roster, the ones that are actually pretty decent, they're begging for their chance to shine. And you know what? See, I used to respect that. I used to respect that WWE was willing to do that. I used to tip my cap that they're willing to like press the nostalgia game, notice their history, tip a cap to the contributions the legends made to the game. But see, respecting it doesn't mean I have to stay silent when I see that this product has lost its soul. And I can't clap for a company that treats its talent as just another cog in the machine and that treats its fans like they're walking wallets. And listen, look, AEW is not perfect. They have their mistakes. I'm not here to say that AEW is the perfect program. But I'm here to say this. AEW is where the heartbeat of wrestling is. They've got athletes that pour their soul into every match, guys and girls in the locker room that'd rather break their bodies than just phone it in. They got stories that make you feel something, whether it's the rise of a star like Hangman Page, or maybe like that redemption arc of a veteran like Danielson or Copeland. They've got a locker room that seemingly now, since CM Punk left, is united and not divided by some sort of ego or political shtick. They've got fans that don't just watch, but live and breathe the product. And that's what makes AEW different. So listen, WWE fans, I'm not here to say you have to jump ship. I'm not here to say that you have to like AEW. Look, watch what you love, cheer for who you want to, but don't come at me with the same old bullshit of WWE is the only game in town or AEW is just some wannabe. No, they're not wannabes. They're rewriting the rules. They're in a totally different game. There's levels to this. AEW is the one proving wrestling can be more than just a corporate machine. And sometimes I feel like these people are too busy clutching their John Cena merchandise to notice that there's a revolution happening right in front of them. See, I'm done trying to convert people to AEW. I don't want to tear anybody down. I want to build something to be better. I want to build a wrestling industry that is better. I'm about giving wrestlers a chance to be their best characters, not to script them to a set of rules that they have to recite verbatim. It's about giving the fans a show that respects their intelligence and respects their passion. AEW is not here to compete with WWE. They're casting a new light, and sometimes that light may blind a few people. Those people may not be able to handle the change, but so be it. I'm no longer compromising on what I feel. I'm all in with AEW. And